This is Talk of the Town, a weekly program featuring community events happening in and around Northeast Michigan, with your host, Nancy Smitham, and get the latest from Alpena Community College with Dr. Don McMaster. And now, today's Talk of the Town.
Good morning and welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Nancy Smitham. My first guest today is from Besser Museum. I have Amanda Kucherik. Good morning, Amanda.
Good morning. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. And as you were telling me everything that's going on at the museum before we started taping, you made me tired. That has to be, that and Alpena County Library, our next guest, has to be two of the busiest places in our community.
Especially this time of year. So we've got a lot going on. As we were talking about right now, we're just finishing up our school visits. So by next week, we'll probably have about 3 more, and that's about it, because school's out on the 14th.
Right, and kids come from all over northern Michigan.
Yes, all over. This coming week, or at least should be, I think, tomorrow now, would be Boyne Cities coming over. We get from all over across the state and up north, and it's really exciting to have these kids from all over.
Well, it is, and they get a different perspective of a different town too, and then they stop and have lunch somewhere, so it makes it pretty good for the merchants too, and hopefully, the bus driver or the kids and their parents will come back sometime.
That's the goal, and so there's a lot of outstanding items that they can come and check out, and one of the really cool things that is coming up for these students and their parents is with summer approaching, we've got Log Cabin Dollar Days approaching, so that's the last Saturday in June.
Okay.
So that's June 29th this year, and it'll run from about 12 to 4 p.m.
Okay.
So if you come out on that Saturday, we'll have lots of stuff going on. So we have all of the historic buildings in the back lot. Those will all be open. We'll have people who can tour you through. That includes the Spratt Church, the Green Schoolhouse, the bank building, or the Exchange Bank, and the McKay Cabin. So those are some really exciting landmarks, all from Alpena and all over 100 years old.
Yes.
We'll also have some local artisans, craftspeople who will be there. We'll have some flint knapping on display, as well as some weaving and spinning. We'll have a harp player, so that's kind of fun for this year. So if you've ever seen a harp being played, that'll be exciting.
That music is so beautiful.
Oh yes, so we're very excited about that.
And what about the Fossil Park?
Fossil Park will be open, always open. And so actually that's a good point. So our Fossil Park is double-sided. So the side that you enter through the museum to view, that'll be a part of the backyard. Oh, good. We also have a nice gate between the two sides. The one side is always open through our parking lot. So if you're ever hoping to dig on some day that we just happen to not be around, you can come and visit our parking lot side. And so that is always available to our guests. So the Fossil Park will be out there. We'll have some volunteers helping out. We will have some food, so we'll have hot dogs, popcorn, bottled water, and the Founder Society will be there with their strawberry social like they are every year.
Ooh, yay.
I'm very excited for some of those Alpena berries. I'm hoping we'll have lots this year. We'll find out.
Log Cabin Days is just a good way for young people to grow up knowing the heritage of our community, and when they go young and then they take their children, and it's a wonderful cycle. And I really hope that it's just sold out.
I hope so too. And so it is $1 for admission. It's $1 for planetarium tickets. And at a good point there too, my grandmother used to come and work these. And so she used to be a butter churner. And so it's kind of fun that I get to help out too. So it's, long family histories. You can learn new skills, pick up something to teach somebody someday.
What I like when I've been there before is someone will say, I used to go to this malts bank, and I went to school at Green School, and I used to, my grandparents got married at the Spratt Church, and to listen to the people that come and hear their stories, plus you have people in there that tell the history of each building too, so it's pretty wonderful.
I love the museum as a community space for stories. And so that's a big important part of these festivals that we have going on.
And not only that, we have some wonderful art displays too.
We do, and so right now we do have the NEMAG, Northeast Michigan Artists Guild, on display right now for Log Cabin Day. That is the first day opening of their really big art sale. So that's an annual art sale that they do every summer. So they'll have more of their artwork on display with special prices that you can come and find something cool for your home. I know I'm excited for that. So we'll have that. We do currently have our Continuum of Creativity exhibit, and so that features some high school artists as well as their teacher, Kyle Kalashewski. So that will be in our smaller gallery, the Tralfa Gallery. That'll be up through through the end of the summer through August.
Okay.
Also up through the summer is our Apollo 11 exhibit.
Yes.
So speaking of stories, that's a great one.
Yes, it is.
We will be celebrating the anniversary, so that's July 20th. The 50th official anniversary. So we'll be celebrating that with a free family fun day. So July 20th, that'll be coming up. And so that'll feature some more STEAM, STEM family activities, includes science, technology, engineering, art, and mathematics.
Okay.
And so that involves a little bit of that rocketry, so that's exciting.
Yes.
And then we'll also have a dark sky moon gazing party, kind of in celebration of that Apollo 11. The actual date is not the best day to look at the moon to catch those craters, so we'll be meeting on July 13th.
Okay.
And that will be at Rockport State Recreation Park.
And I've heard so many people talk about the dark sky events. They've attended there before, and they're phenomenal.
I love it, and it's just great that we live in this area where you have so much access to these dark skies. There's not the big bright city lights. So it's really great to take advantage of that. That'll be really nice.
Okay.
We also have coming up in the summer, Irv Lewandowski. So he is that amazing, realist, colored pencil artist. He's offering his summer courses again. Perfect. So if you're interested in attending a drawing workshop, you can sign up for one for $50, or you can sign up for a combination of any two for about $90 a person, which is a really great deal because he's an amazing artist.
It is, and I've talked to people who've been there, and he makes it so simple and easy too, and people who didn't think they had the talent found out they do.
Right, and so it's kind of nice to have that little extra push into creativity. So many people think that they can't do it, but really it's just putting down the practice and doing the work. So it'll be very, very fun to have him back in the summer.
Okay, we have about enough time now to give me your hours for the summer.
So during the summertime, we will be open every day of the week.
Okay.
So we're there from 8 to 5 most days of the week. Right now, we're still working with our late nights on Thursday and Fridays, where we are open for game night and family night until 9 p.m.
Okay.
So we're still open at 8 p.m., goes till 9 p.m. And then Sundays, we do close at 4. But we'll have a regular planetarium schedule back up and running. So right now, because of the school trips, that's been postponed for a little bit. But after next week, we'll have a regular schedule again. So we'll have daily shows.
And how do we find out about all this information you've talked about, which was endless and daunting?
So we have so much going on. We will have, for our members out, we have certain newsletters that'll be coming out really soon. All of this information will be on our website, which is bessermuseum.org. We also have a Facebook page, so most of those events also get posted through Facebook. We post a lot of photos of these events as well. Same thing with, we do have an Instagram page too.
Yay, and your phone number is?
Oh, let's see. So it is 356-2202.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for being here, and tell everyone we said thank you, and hope they got their tennis shoes on and getting ready to run for the summer season.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll be right back with Jessica Luther from Alpena County Library following these messages. Hi, welcome back. I'm with Jessica Luther from Alpena County Library. Good morning, Jessica.
Good morning, Nancy.
When you were listening to the previous guest, I saw you over there thinking, wow, she doesn't have anything over on us, I'm sure. I know Summer Book Club, and your numbers just keep rising and rising and rising.
They do.
I go there to get books on tape, and I have to wait in line for mothers and children to check out books and adults to check out books, and it's like, I have to wait in line at the library. What a wonderful thing. What a great place to wait in line.
It is. We're very excited. The summer tends to be, we don't really ever have a down time, it seems like, but the summer tends to be the busiest, and we just keep adding more and more stuff. Just trying to be that spot for people to do things in downtown and just in Alpena in general.
Well, start me out.
So, as we are heading into the summer season, we are now closed on Sundays, giving our staff that much needed rest after they've been going all week. But we recently received an exhibit through StarNet and NASA called an Explore Space exhibit. It's an all ages interactive exhibit, and it's open during our normal operating hours, and it is free and open to the public like most of what we do. It's really neat. It's so visitors can learn learn about stars and planetary systems, how they form, the role that gravity plays in all of those things, the similarities between Earth and Mars, the tools that scientists and astronauts use to explore all these different planets and things like that.
And where is that exhibit housed?
We have it right on the first floor. As soon as you walk in the door on the Alpena News side, there it is. It's 2 sides. It's got a touchscreen computer kiosk with some games for adults and children to play. There's a giant puzzle. Tina St. John, who is our NASA at My Library program manager, has put together just some really cool things alongside that exhibit, and she's just done a fantastic job of bringing all of this science learning into the library. You know, she starts with stuff for the little kids all the way up to the grown-ups, and we're really excited to have her there.
Very good.
Yep. So we've got we have our senior computer classes coming up. They started this week, but they are every Monday and Thursday through June the 27th from 1 to 3 p.m. and they'll be covering computer basics, including Windows 10, internet usage and security, basic file management, just all of those things that you kind of need to know just to get your computer up and going. And you know, those classes are $5 each, and all of the information and everything can be found just by giving a call to the library. The ladies at the Circ desk are Nancy.
356-6188.
Yes. And we have our sewing club every Wednesday from 4 to 5:30, and that also is free. You can bring any project you're working on. Bring your own sewing machine. If for some reason you don't have a sewing machine, just let us know and we'll figure something out for you. But yeah, Barb Breggy is running that, and it's just been really fantastic. We've gotten all ages in there working on some really cool projects. So that was really fun when she approached us about that. We did have to reschedule our Ruth Bader Ginsburg documentary that was scheduled earlier this week. So we have rescheduled it to this Wednesday, June the 12th at 6:30 p.m. It is not rated because it is a documentary, and it's about an hour and a half long. And then the next day we have our Michigan Notable Book event. Author and pie maker Lisa Ludwinski of Sister Pie in Detroit is coming. And she will be talking about her cookbook and her experiences. The cookbook is called Sister Pie, The Recipes and Stories of a Big-Hearted Bakery in Detroit. The cookbook has about 75 recipes, and it really pays homage to Motor City ingenuity and the all-American spirit. She started out just baking in her parents' basement and then converted this abandoned beauty salon on the east side of Detroit and turned it into this wonderful neighborhood bakery. They have this really neat program that, you know, even if people come in and they don't have money to pay for their pie, there's a Pie It Forward clothesline where they can just grab a ticket and get a slice of pie and not leave hungry. So we're really excited to have her here. I just, personal experience, when I lived in Detroit, I used to go to Sister Pie and just absolutely adored it.
And what date is that again?
That is June the 13th at 6:30 p.m. and there will be books available for sale. Summer Book Club is kicking off. We did start registration, but the actual official book kickoff is June the 25th in the morning. We will have stuff from the time we open till the afternoon. We do have our kids programming at about 10 o'clock. This year we have our teen program again. And then we are also doing an adult summer reading challenge. So that adults can come pick up a calendar. You don't have to log your minutes or anything like that. It's just fun activities, and you can check them off and let us know you've completed them and enter to win a grand prize. So we're really excited to start incorporating more ages into our summer programming.
You know I say this every year, and I'm going to say it again, but it's a proven fact that children who do not read and do activities through the summer, they actually can lose as high as a half a grade or a full grade.
Yeah, and it's good to keeping it fun and light is important, and it's not a chore for them. So we are every year we're working to make it more fun for them. So yes, and then our other big summer event, the Friends Book Sale. That is in August, of course, and it's August 15th through 17th. And there will be a special pre-sale for members the evening of the 14th of August. So if you're not a member, you should join ASAP so you have access to those books early. But we will be accepting donations in the next few weeks, so people should keep an eye out for when we will be working on getting those donations. So yes, and then the other main thing we have going on this summer is the library will be on a special ballot in August, on August the 6th, and it's a renewal millage request, and it is just a renewal of the existing quarter mill that people are already paying, and we are asking that we can extend it for 20 years, and the millage, since it is just a renewal, what we'll be using that for is we are seeking out a loan from the USDA and using that loan to make the library safer and to reduce our operating costs and to create a better library for Alpena and the community. We have some issues with our HVAC, and just having our children's area, having the entrance there is, there's a lot of safety concerns within the library, just in terms of the building itself, but then just sight lines and things like that. So we're really trying to, we are working to make sure we are using our existing resources and using the community's money the best way possible and the most efficient and effective way possible. So we're just looking to get that renewal this summer.
And if someone has a question, or just don't automatically just say no, they don't need the money. Why not stop by the library, ask for a tour, ask what the money would be used for, go in and see. When I went there, I told you I had to wait in line to return books, but all the little tables in the other room, ladies were playing cards and other people were playing, it looked like checkers or some kind of a game. People were sitting in the other area reading magazines. I could hear light chatter from the community computer area upstairs. So it's very important that people, check it out. Don't listen to someone else. Check it out for yourself and make an informed decision.
Yeah, any questions, if anyone has any questions, either myself or Eric Magnus Eubank, our library director, is always happy to answer any questions about what the millage renewal is for and just what we're doing at the library.
We're out of time. Thank you so much, Jessica.
Thank you.
Please stay tuned for Dr. Don McMaster following these messages.
I am Jay Walterite, Director of Public Information and Marketing for Alpena Community College, and this is the ACC portion of Talk with the Town. With me this morning is Larry Thompson, Director of the Criminal Justice Program at ACC. Welcome, Larry.
Good morning, Jay, and thank you for having me.
Well, thank you. It is a beautiful morning outside. Feels almost like summer. I see you have your short sleeves shirt on. That's very exciting.
First time probably in the past week, because I know in the first of the week when I was the president at the Academy, I was wearing a long sleeve shirt. So this is progress.
This is progress. I bring all of this up because it's almost summer. College is a little slow. We have summer classes going on right now, but not the full slate that we usually do in fall and spring. But we're still pretty active, and your program is pretty active, and that's what I was hoping we were going to talk about today.
Certainly. We have a very vibrant program going on right now. It will wrap up next week with graduation on Friday of our participants in our local corrections academy.
Yeah. Why don't you tell our viewers about the local corrections academy?
We've been doing this for several years now, and I started this 3 years ago when I took over the directorship. I initially was a facilitator, but just last year I was able to participate in and become certified to actually teach some of the modules in the academy. So that's been a different experience for me, because this year I've actually been in the classroom working with students and truly realizing how what a really great group we have and how interested they are in learning to go back to their various departments and do a better job.
Mm-hmm. So why don't you explain what a corrections academy is? What goes on?
Well, we've been very fortunate. Like I said, the first year I facilitated the academy, but then last year and again this year, hopefully going forward, Dawn Stone and Amanda Dort from the Workforce Development Program at the college have taken over that responsibility. So again, like I say, that has allowed me to become much more involved in the actual teaching and hands-on with the students, if you will. I've taught several of the modules, and again, very interesting in the classroom to see how the students interact. And what we need to understand is that within 1 year of employment as a local corrections officer, meaning working in a local jail anywhere in the state of Michigan, that employee has to complete the 160 hours of training required by the Michigan Sheriff's Coordinating and Training Council to become certified. Once they are certified, they need to continue with in-service training, but that gets them that certification that allows that sheriff to then continue to employ them as a corrections officer.
Great. Well, what kind of classes do they take?
Oh, there's a wide variety. I've got a list here, but I'll highlight a few. They're pretty intensive with defense tactics.
I've seen them.
Yep.
Yeah.
How to defend yourself from a knife attack, booking and intake, which is basically the inception of that inmate coming into the jail where they are actually booked in, questions asked, how to appropriately ask the questions to get get honest answers, if you will. There's a whole module on report writing, so which is a crucial part.
Sure.
Talk to any prosecutor or judge or police officer. They will tell you how important today, especially, the well-written report is. Prisoner behavior. We talk a lot about some of the mental health issues that we're dealing with in our jails today. Let's face it, when they started closing the mental health facilities years ago, in the late 70s, early 80s, basically what they did, what happened was the people who were in those facilities were basically put back out in the communities. And unfortunately, as an end result of that, we as law enforcement and corrections have seen an influx. Probably one of the biggest issues today in our local jails is mental health issues, and certainly addictions. Fire safety. Obviously, working in a jail where you've got a population of inmates who are very unable to care for themselves if there is a fire. They have to know a level of fire safety. Law, correctional law. Spend a lot of time talking about the current laws. Suicide awareness. Suicide, again, in our jail settings today is a very significant issue. And then we talk about stress management. How does that employee work their 8, 10, 12-hour shift and then go home and leave that behind and have a quality life at home? That's just a few of the modules. There are a total of 16 modules taught during this 160 hours, so it covers a wide range of material that these folks, when they go back to their respective jails, need to have.
So how many students do we have?
This year we have 20 students. We're very excited to have 20. Last year, it's double what we had last year.
Wow, great.
We have a great representation. I brought my list here so I wouldn't leave anyone out. We have participants here this year from Alger County, Alpena County, Baraga, Chippewa, Delta, Dickinson, Houghton, Kalkaska, Leelanau, Mackinac, Marquette, Montmorency, Otsego, Presqu'île, as well as we have one in-service student who's taking it for credit here at Alpena Community College. So as you can see, we've got a great representation from around northern Michigan, the entire UP. We provide this academy statewide. Anyone can come to the academy. And as you can see, we've got a great representation from the UP, which we really believe is part of our mission, to provide this to not only the local communities, but to have that outreach as well.
Sure, and it works in with our great program. It
does. It's an integral part. I told Dr. McMaster the other day, I said, I hope we can continue to do this. He said, we're certainly going to do everything we can to. So, and we have the support. We have the community support. We've been very fortunate. Last year we purchased the college apartments, and we've been able to house our students there, our participants there. That's been a great asset rather than having their respective departments paying for hotels. Our food service folks, the Box, have provided meals for our participants, which has been a great opportunity also. They don't necessarily have to leave campus if they want to just eat lunch on campus. We've got a great working relationship with our local stakeholders, if you will. We've done a couple field trips where we actually had students. I took the entire group to visit Judge LaCrosse at the district court, Judge Mack at the circuit court. Both judges were present and talked to the students.
Great.
Also visited our 911 center to basically give our participants an idea, especially in Alpena County, show them how our 911 center actually has a live feed where they can monitor the corrections officers actually doing their daily duties in the jail.
Wow.
Which is a great benefit. That's like your third person backing you up.
Sure.
Which was a great opportunity. We had Sheriff Kalashevsky come in and talk about the new jail that's being constructed currently in Alpena County, but we also visited the current jail and gave students the opportunity to look at what we had in the past and what we're moving toward. And what students really appreciated, and we've actually got a couple of departments that have just recently moved into a new jail in Leelanau County or in Delta County. They're about to move into a new jail. And what students discovered in conversation was that we were able to see how much more we're moving toward in that arena. We're moving toward more glass, more direct contact with the inmates. Where the old jails were concrete and metal, we're moving away from that and getting more into the glass, where there's actual visualization between the inmate and the corrections officers, which is great.
Yep. Well, good. That's all of our time, Larry. Thank you very much for telling us about the local Corrections Academy.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Yep, and thank you for joining us. Once again, I am Jay Walter Wright, Director of Public Information and Marketing for Alpena Community College, and this is Talk of the Town.
This has been Talk of the Town with your host, Nancy Smitham and Dr. Don McMaster. For a list of community events taking place in Northeast Michigan, please visit our website at WBKB11.com and click on our community link. This has been a Thunder Bay Broadcasting Corporation production.